Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, it is undeniable that patch 2.5 has been a little bit dry with its lack of events. But what I wanted to do today was actually go ahead and get right on into one of the highlights that we have in the patch released in the second half, the pre-interlude overture quest that we got going on that's, I think, going to be featured around Augusta. So why don't we go ahead, give it a go, and see how awesome this one actually is. I heard it's a different type of story. It's a refreshing type of storytelling, and it's got a bit of a mini game attached to it that some of you might be familiar with if you've been, you know, playing around on a couple of games on the App Store, like the Play Store or something like that. It's actually a genre of game that I got familiar with during COVID. Alrighty. What's going on over here?
Muggy day. Sky's gloomy, air's all wet. Oh, man. At least let me finish my sentence. Ugh.
I've never seen rain in Septimont before. Yo, where are the actual weather effects in the game? Like, does it actually rain in Septimont, or is this just like a story-only thing?
I'm famished. We barely had a bite sprinting all the way here from Raguna.
Not that I've seen in the city.
Whoa! Pinch me! This is a feast and a half!
We need a snow area for real? Did you not play version 1.1?
Hey, Rover. So, we did bring enough money, right? I mean, we kind of rushed out without grabbing anything.
Well, I just pulled Frolova's weapon and got it to level 90, so maybe we're a bit short on cash.
Oh, that? Don't worry. Money's not an issue.
Okay, never mind, we're good.
Augusta made sure we're covered. All our food and lodging here in Septimont is billed straight to the F4's palace.
Oh, that's not good. I feel like we're gonna be, and I feel like Abby's gonna cause some problems now.
But I think the owner might have overdone it a little.
Ha! Better get used to it. You're the champ of the great Agon. And you know me. If food's on offer, I'll be a scoffer. Yeah, no leftovers, guaranteed.
I hope this addresses the kind of like weird situation that we were in at the end of the 2.4 quest, right? Where I think a lot of people still have questions of like how real the Scenarosphere actually was during like 2.4, right? Like how much of like that alternative reality was like true, how much of like the details of what went on actually happened, and then what ended up actually getting erased. So maybe that'll be covered, because that part was a little bit confusing to me of like what actually persisted across like the fake reality.
Free stay? Free meal? Reserve really knows how to treat guests. Maybe we should, you know, hang around a bit longer. This smells amazing.
I guess they've sort of been working on the food textures. I mean, this kind of still like looks like, I'm not gonna lie. Let me just unhide it. Doesn't this look like food from like fucking Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind? Like, it looks like shit, bro. This looks like food from a PS... Like, this is the thing. I don't know what it is with Woo-Wah and, like, the food textures. It always looks like shit. And I feel like it's on purpose that, like, the food looks so low quality and, like, low res. Like, literally a PS1 game. It has to be, like, an inside joke to make it look this bad, right?
Abby, what do you think Imperator wants me to find? If Cardathia is right, the last clue should be somewhere on the Sanguis Plateaus.
The fuck?
We're so close to the finish line. Just one step away. But our pace is slowed.
True.
Relax. We're already back in Septimont. What's the rush? I remember Lupa said there's this weird blight cloud hanging over the Sanguis Plateaus.
I don't think we have access to this area on the map. This is basically just like an in-game teaser of what's coming in 2.6, right? Like, I don't recall ever actually going here.
And when the high tide, or whatever, rolls around, all the gladiators go there to hunt tacit discords.
Okay.
Wait, is the high tide coming up soon? The Afra's invite did say something about a big hunt.
Gotcha.
That reminds me. Aren't we supposed to meet her today?
A messenger came this morning. Augusta is dealing with an emergency, so our meeting's postponed. It looks like it'll be a while. An unexpected change. It's throwing everything off course. I don't like the feel of it. And why me for this hunt? If it's about the great Agon. The messenger said none of the other gladiators were invited.
Exclusive.
Who knows? Maybe she just wants to test her strength against you. Typical Septimontian, right?
You think
Guys,
so?
Guys, leave. I'll hold her back. Don't worry.
I've only met her a few times.
Make sure you get
I
away.
doubt she acts on such simple impulses. And as the F4, is she really in a position to do whatever she wants?
Guessed from afar. You possess eyes as clear as crystal.
I wonder how much Fob enjoyed that part of the story. I know it's a dude, but it's still feet.
But what troubles you so that eyes once bright as the highland sky now darken with rolling clouds?
The fuck? Like, what the hell is this guy? Bro looks like he's from, like, I'm not gonna lie, bro looks like he's from World of Warcraft.
A warrior who walks the blade's edge does not falter over trifles. The clouds, if I may guess, are cast from the throne. At the peak of Capitolini Hill, beneath the pale walls of the Ephes Palace, secrets lie buried. And the most intricate among them are those born from the pursuit of power.
Okay.
Even one as honorable as the Epher must learn when to be ruthless. In Septimont, a city forged in iron and blood, anyone who seeks the throne without knowing the cost is no better than a lamb marching to the butcher's knife. I am Nestor, a traveling poet.
Okay. That is definitely a name from, like, Roman history. I don't know who it belongs to, but that is one of them.
The rains in Septimont never seem eager to leave this season. So then,
Does he look like
if you
Cristoforo?
are
He kind of sounds
curious
like him for
about
sure.
the Ephor, then allow me to say that nothing would honor me more than to offer even a modest service to the champion of the great Agon.
Okay. What is the service?
Wait, how do you know he's the champion? And all that stuff about the F4, too. Oh, your eyes. Were we talking too loud?
Did Abby just notice that his eyes are, like, bleeding and covered? Is this guy... Is he stupid? Is this... just now?
To see and to hear are but two of the many ways to perceive. Trusting the senses is a habit, a natural expedience, but not the only option. Truth be told, I've been gathering inspiration for my next epic, and its protagonist is none other than Augusta,
I see...
Ephor of Septimont.
I see why everybody thinks that this is Cristoforo, because this is another motherfucker trying to get into some goddamn literature. I see. All right.
That's why I speak of her with some familiarity. I have a feeling your tale with her will soon be written. And knowing more about those who walk alongside you is rarely without its benefits.
Yeah, then tell me about her.
Augusta. A girl of humble birth, a resonator of modest talent, a commoner without noble patronage. And yet, from the den of wolves that is Septimont City, she rose and eventually claimed her place, just like the burning sun was once a cloud of dust.
Okay, so we're just kind of getting into the background over here. Yeah, the Thigh Queen with the gigantic fucking sword. Rust, sword, and sun. All right. I guess that's just how it goes. Okay, dear guests from afar, do follow me into the near-forgotten stories of Augusta, but simply telling it might be dull. Okay, so we got like 2 different options that we can do over here, and I imagine that's like the dialogue. These seem pretty much exactly the same, so I don't think it's going to have too much of an actual impact. Perhaps having the listener become the protagonists of such stories might be a good option. This should add a more immersive touch to the sounds and images you've yet to hear and see. Okay. At this moment, you are Augusta. You shall relive her past, face the same choices she once made. So, just forget. Okay, so I guess I am now Augusta. Are we role-playing? Of course, Augusta's story is already written. No matter what choices you'd make, they will not alter our reality. Okay. Yet be wary. Fate is fickle, and a misstep can lead to a swift end. Weigh your choices carefully. Okay, so the idea is that I'm pretty sure you're going to want to balance all these different gauges that are up here. If one goes too high, you die. If one goes too low, you die. Well then, let the story begin. Let aside the complex thoughts and let me sing the epic of a young girl, Augusta. I am Augusta. I am Augusta. Oh, let's just take a deep breath. I don't need to repeat that. Okay. A gentle, warm light begins to blur your vision, and you slowly close your eyes. When it clears, a small, frightened girl clutching a sword stands amidst the ruins. A group of solemn Septimontian gladiators stand guard close around her. I don't think there's any options here. Hey kid, are you alone? Don't be afraid. We know what the dark tide did to your home, and we're here to help. Boldly observe the man in front of you. Timidly observe. Okay, we're Augusta. We gotta be bold, right? Yep, and that has added to a stat over here. You must be hungry. Here, this should be enough to keep you from starving for now. Refuse the food, take the food. Okay. I'm not going to be retarded, so I will take the food. Okay. We can take you to Septimont City. It's not safe here. We don't know when the next disaster will strike. Staring at these ruins won't change anything. Even if you rebuild those walls 1,000 times, they'll never hold against the dark tide. You don't have the strength to stop it. Bring your sword and come with us. Grip your sword with determination. Let go of your sword. I'm pretty sure letting go of my sword over here is going to drop this, while gripping it is going to make it go up. Yeah, I knew it. Okay, the gladiators shake their heads and pat your shoulder. Look back at the ruined village. Okay, that made this crown thing go up while the strength bar went down. Okay, so yeah, just gotta make sure not to make any one of these go too high or too low. All right, in the end, you chose to lead the village. The gladiator's words revealed a bitter truth. You lack the strength to protect the home you are leaving behind. In your travels, you stay quiet, engage with the gladiators. Okay. All right, so I think one thing that is also shown that I probably didn't cover is that when you have an option, you'll see which stats are impacted, right? Like over here, like the muscles and the crown will change. I think that it doesn't tell you whether or not something is going up or down, though. Okay, that helped both of them. That was the right move. A poster for the Gladiator's Agon is pinned to a wooden board. The air is filled with heated chatter about the upcoming match. Draw closer or get pushed. Nice. Okay. You must know, Septimont reveres strength. Here, only the victor reigns. That is a law older than the city itself. You notice the disdain You notice the passion-filled eyes. Good. Eat or be eaten. Such is the way of this city. To survive, you'll have to find your bite and seize the crown with your own teeth. You can't stop thinking about their conversation. You realize that gladiators are the very symbol of strength in Septimont. If there's a way to dominate the arena, maybe you'll find the strength you're looking for. Tear down the poster. Quietly leave the crowd. I'm pretty sure this one just makes me like a bit of a Giga Chad, right? This one seems like the move. Oh, worth it. Worth it, worth it, worth it. That one was getting too high anyways. As you leave, you notice that 3 words stand out in the incessant chatter. Identity, status, and talent. They seem to be essential parts of gladiating. Okay. There are always those commoners who view the Agon as mere boring displays of butchery. But we're hardly entertained by the sight of rats shrieking in the dirt. What we crave is true magnificence. A warrior who can make roses bloom from blood. Okay, we got arrogant guy over here. No real option. Want to have a little bet on how many mangy rats are going to try for the Agon this year? Them and their stench be stinking up the place. You're slightly concerned about your status and talents, or you ignore their words. I'm pretty sure ignoring them is going to make it go up. Yeah, there we go. You are determined to step onto the arena. The rules determine a mentor at the back, someone to keep death from claiming you on the first day, and perhaps even teach you to see the fight through to the end. So, I guess this is something that we're finding out a bit more about Septimont lore. Yeah, before Augusta, I think, was like the leader of Septimont, or the effort, people were just like dying left and right in these gladiator battles. But I think she like instituted a new system where it's like they just like forfeit or they get KO'd instead. They don't actually die. But like you can clearly see it's a bit of a different framing over here. After hitting several dead ends, you eventually come across Cato. Cato is a retired gladiator star but takes on a few proteges. All right. So you want to join the Agon, you say. Why don't you start by telling me a little bit about yourself? You recall the discussions about the gladiators, identity, status, and talents. People in the city of Septimont seem to value these more than anything. You choose to speak honestly or lie. Yeah, that probably seemed like the best option. The dark tide took your home and you came to Septimont seeking strength. Is that so? You got some metal, but that's not going to cut it here. Go home. People like you always show up with nothing but fancy dreams, only to see them crushed and trampled. I've seen enough of idiots like you. Try to argue, stay silent. I don't think Augusta would stay silent. What now? Still here, are you? You think your stubbornness will change my mind? Pathetic! Tighten your grip on your sword. Look him straight in the eye. I need more strength. Alright then, let's have a duel. Land one strike and you win. If you manage that, I'll teach you how to be a true gladiator. This duel here is your entrance trial. Accept the duel without hesitation. Accept the duel after great deliberation. Oh, this one's rough. That was perfect. Blades meet in a sharp clash. Cato moves with practiced ease, and you are quickly defeated. I'm just taking L's this entire time. When does the story... When do I not just, like, take L's? When is the good part coming up? This is rough. Strengthless. Do you realize how weak you are? Which is why I wish to become a gladiator. Which is why I am seeking power. Yeah, let's do that. We gotta get this sword up a little bit. Huh. Do you really know who you're fighting against? Can you really best me? You can't. Now, how do you plan to end this? Challenge him the next day? Give up. Guys, okay, how about this? Should we test what a game over looks like? We should just, because I think that we will immediately lose if I select this option. We should just see what it looks like when we lose. Your will crumbles. There you stand, gazing up at the towering peak men call strength, frozen at the hill's very foot. Perhaps a simple life is your best choice. You were hesitant when faced with a decision. An incorrect choice led to the story's end. I am a fucking commoner, it appears. Do I gotta restart it? Oh, no! Oh, no! All right, well, we know the right options to do right now. That's something. Well, that's a little bit out. Well, now you know what it's like when you fail. You might have to restart. Okay, okay. Passion-filled disdain. Deserved. Augusta never backs down. I guess this is the thing. You guys, you gotta really role play. You gotta pretend to be the Giga Chad. It does actually get, like, a lot faster when you, like, if you actually are restarting, I think it becomes a lot more, like, you can do it a lot faster because the inputs are actually quite quick. Try to argue, stay silent. Yeah, go fuck yourself, buddy. Look him straight in the eye. Okay, yeah, we'll look him straight in the eye, get some of that back. Accept the duel without hesitation. Okay, all right, we're back over here. Which is why I'm seeking power. Yes, sir. All right, we were on give up. Now let's go back to challenge him the next day. Back for round 2, are we? Country rats like you. Sure are as pestering as the city folks say you are. Huh. Defend or attack? I'm pretty sure attacking might make my HP go down, but then the attack will go up. Makes sense. Just like last time, you aren't much of a challenge to Cato. You are swiftly beaten once again. Sounds like my childhood. Anyways, let's keep going. Go back. This is not your path. Continue to challenge him on the 3rd day or give up. Too slow, too weak. Your foolish swings only bring smiles to your enemies. Then I'll be stronger. Then I'll be faster. Let's do stronger. Is that your best? How naive. Well, I guess a rat that lives in the dark is never meant for the sun. Checkmate, you've lost, nerd. Still not ready to give up? Why don't you sell your sword? It'll get you some food at least. All right, we gotta keep going on the 5th day. You stand before Cato once again, dragging your exhausted body nearly at your limit. I'm about to collapse. I can still fight. The wind swept up by the blade whispers past, and you're suddenly home. Soft light cascades on the great oak, and you hear your friend's laughter and your parents' gentle calls. What the fuck? Am I dying? But in the very next breath, a bone-deep chill engulfs you. That touch, you know it all too well. Thoughts race across your mind, and your hand instinctively grips the sword's hilt. I can't stop here. I won't surrender. Okay, so we've made it, boys. You seize the opening and land a hit on Cato. A W's, W's, W's. Good, good stuff. Cato hands you his sword and turns to leave. Catch Cato's sword, it's rather heavy. Call out to him. I feel like I need to reach 100 reputation, which I assume is maxing out this one. I feel like calling out to him is what's going to increase the reputation. Oh, that worked. In Septimont's arena, the victor claims the weapon of the defeated, a symbol of conquest. This sword is yours now. Conquest Victor. Let's do that. If you are determined to bite off that crown, do not fall before you get there. Augusta, that's your name, isn't it? Nod, yes, I am Augusta. The moment you step into the arena, you will lose this name. The spectators may brand you with a number, a symbol, or even the name of some wild beast. I have no choice. I am prepared. Only the last one standing has the right to reclaim their true name. All right, we got it. We got it. Okay, we got the objective. So I guess overcapping and stuff like that doesn't actually have a negative impact like it does in some of the other games. Where I played other games like this on mobile, where if you did end up overcapping, you would, like, lose as well. All right. By then, all will be chanting your name. Augusta, you'll have to conquer their hearts and win their applause, even without identity, status, and talents. Tell me, will I see that day? I will make them know my true name. Training starts tomorrow, 6 sharp, right here. All right, that's the Epic of the Blazing Sun, Chapter 1, New Arrival in the Big City. Okay. So, you just gotta know the right options. I think it's pretty clear.
Times, and you might eventually succeed. Should we call it resilience? Or mere stubbornness?
Yeah, maybe this will be the walkthrough vid. Yeah, because I feel like there are gonna be some people that, where they think that the language of the cards might be a little bit too flowery, and they might not be able to figure out the right options that they actually need to pick. Unfortunately, I do feel like you need to pay attention to what's going on the screen to actually be able to make the right inputs. So there might be some CCs that are struggling with it. So we'll make sure to upload this for them. Okay, all right.
Or perhaps, for a girl who has lost everything, there was never a second option. She had no one to trust but herself, and naught but a blade to hold. And yet, as the first stanza of an epic, this is nothing extraordinary. Since the lament, across the scorched lands of Solaris, I've heard this story repeat itself, again and again.
Since the lament, how old is Nestor? How old is this guy? Is he ancient too?
Greatness. Yes, our era has certainly seen it. But true greatness is never found on the first page of a story.
This guy gives me, like, Gandalf vibes. I don't know why. Like, I literally feel like I'm in, like, fucking Baldur's Gate 3. I'm in, like, Baldur's Gate 3, and this guy is, like, one of, like, the key NPCs that's, like, telling you about the story or some shit.
Courage, glory, and honor. Such immortal virtues have been etched in tablet and stone. They are never forged overnight. Light as a thread, elusive as the wind, they weave themselves into every twist of fate, tangling with every insignificant choice we make.
I kind of like this character. What's wrong, Abby?
I don't know. It's just unbelievable. The Augusta he's talking about, and the F-word we saw in the arena. No way they're the same person.
Abby, people change.
A girl far from home, arriving in the city upon Capitolini Hill in pursuit of strength. No title, no status, no wealth. I doubt anyone at the time could have imagined her rising to where she is now.
No, there might be one.
Do you mean Cato? Do you believe Cato handed her that final victory on purpose, and that his scathing words were a test of her resolve?
Maybe he had long grown tired of that corrupt system.
Then Cato must have been an idealist, to place his faith in a girl with nothing to her name.
Maybe Cato was just on drugs.
Now, why don't we keep this question in mind and see where the story leads us?
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. This PhysX budget is really hitting. Just look at, like, this bottom left corner of my screen over here. Look at, like, the lightning and then, like, the water physics on the ground. Maybe this is why it doesn't rain that often in Septimont, because I think it would blow up some people's PCs. Holy moly, what the, like, that's crazy. That's crazy what's down here. Oh my lord. Maybe that's why I'm like kinda... Brother! Do I have ray tracing on? Is this without ray tracing? Off? Huh? I don't need it on. Why would I need ray tracing on when it already looks like this? It already looks like real life. Why would I need to turn on ray tracing when it already looks like real life? To see the difference? I don't think there is one. Okay, all right. We got our baseline stats over here. We got to reach 100 willpower now. Okay. Dawn breaks with a pale glow. A month has already passed under Cato's training, and today the grind continues. Stick to the training schedule. A little rest won't hurt. I'm pretty sure my health is going to go down and these will go up. Worth it. You arrive at the training site. Repeating the same moves over and over again has begun to wear on your patience. You notice some gladiators training in moves you'd never seen before. You decide to peek into their training, stay focused. I can see the benefits of both. That was a terrible idea. You reflect on your training. It was always you alone, facing the wooden post, patching yourself up over and over. Give in to the sadness. Endure and push through. This is rough. Days Wait, this was kind of hard. Days slip by and the gladiator's Agon draws near. Today, Cato will give you one final lesson. I've done all I can to prepare you. Now you're on your own. Is this the graduation ceremony? Here's my final task for you. Tell me, why do you want to become a gladiator? What pulls you through all this training? Astrite. Your ideal has never faltered since you left home. To be strong enough to protect others. By others, I mean my wallet. Through the earning of in-game resources instead. You meet Cato's gaze, and he reads the answer in your eyes. I remember my true ambition. Offer him your thanks. I'm not a pussy. In the meantime, a flicker of desire crosses your eyes. You recall Cato's words from when this all started. By then, all will be chanting your name, Augusta. You'll have to conquer their hearts and win their applause, even without identity, status, and talents. Tell me, will I see that day? I will make it happen. That's a pretty Giga Chat thing to say. Yeah, give me that fucking willpower. You're aware that sponsors for the Gladiator's Agon are mostly nobles and wealthy merchants. Figures beyond your reach, except perhaps in the underground arena. Ooh. All right, I guess maybe we'll start doing some voices. Maybe we'll bring back a Bowser for this one. This guy looks like he's gotten a Bowser voice.
Haha! These are all top of the line merchandise I got here. Care to have a look?
Sure, why not? Like products on display, you and a few other gladiators stand in the middle of the underground arena, scrutinized by nobles and wealthy merchants in the stands. One by one, those beside you are chosen and escorted away. Volunteer yourself. Take a step forward. Oh, there we go. The audience casts their eyes in your direction. However, all you receive is constant laughter in return. Glimpses of the nobles' lavish lifestyle flicker through. Visions of your home's ruin flash within your mind. Let's do this. Huh? That's some bullshit. The dark tide alone did not destroy your home. The rot in high places also played a part in your home's ruin. When the dark tide struck, those with power and wealth continued their life of indulgence and luxury. The might of the gladiators existed only to serve their desires. A fire of anger ignites in your chest. Silently, you swear to shatter these rules. Gotta get some willpower. There we go. Oh, that's a lot of willpower. Well, a village girl with such unremarkable forte, dreaming of power and strength. I can't remember the last time Septimont had a joke this amusing. Show them your sword. Try and you'll see. This will get you arrested in the modern day. Yeah, why not? Fuck it. Yeah, give me that shit. Oh, give me that willpower. What can you offer? prancing around like a circus clown and scrambling for your life so we can all have a good laugh? Or do you think playing innocent will win you favor? Don't underestimate me. I never disappoint. Okay, I guess we're just done here. Anyone interested in this one? After all, watching the weak struggle is always a fine source of entertainment. You bear a small anticipation that someone will pick you. You give the nobles a chilling stare as they talk in whispers. I mean, we're already farming. We already won. Entertainment, you say? Huh. In Septimont, strength defines worth. We shouldn't be so quick to judge a gladiator who offers herself. You turn your views towards the voice. With heavy steps, a well-dressed old-school noble walks down from the stands towards you. He smells of rotten stench. It's unlike the smell of rats, as Septimontians had put it, but a foul odor of power and wealth. Damn, this place stinky af, apparently. You frown at the old-school noble, silently clench your fist. I engage in only profitable ventures. To stand in the arena, you must prove your worth. I have 3 trials for you. Survive them, and we may speak further, brave young lady. Alright, I guess that's chapter 2. Reach 50 reputation and 100 willpower. Oh gosh, this is going to be a little bit hard. Head to the trial grounds. You accept the noble's trials, though trials is too fine a word for something intended only to break you. Outside the walls of Septimont City lies a wasteland plagued by the dark tide, your homeland. Returning home, you can't help but feel sentimental. I ain't a pussy. It's different now from the home you remember. They say a ferocious lion beast corrupted by the dark tide prowls deep within a cave. No common blade can cut through its flesh. Your first trial is to slay that beast. The noble, however, decides to strip you of all equipment but a dull sword. Is this Genshin Impact? A dull sword is more than enough. A mountain trail winds like a serpent. Among the charred tree stumps, dozens of bleached skeletons lie scattered. You suspect you're getting close as you continue forward against the unpleasant smell. What I find so interesting, right, is that I feel like I'm literally playing like a medieval, like Game of Thrones level shit, like Game of Thrones tier story. But you gotta recognize this is in the same universe that like the port city of Guizhou and like all of like the high tech of like Jinzhou is like active at the same time as this. Like these massive fucking cities and stuff, all of that is like there. So like it's just the vibe of this Septimont region is just so interesting. A mountain trail winds like okay, yeah, we already read this. When the first rays of sunlight split the clouds, the cave reveals itself, breathing death. Like the Tethys system is like fucking made before this. Before you get a clear picture of the cave, a crushing force presses down on you. Try to break free. Yeah, no. Oh. Well, that's not good.
Sure! Get down! You trying to get yourself killed? Hold your breath or you'll alert it!
Do as he says. Yeah, good idea. Just around, you turn around and see a hunter. Just then, a massive beast roars and walks past where you are hiding. Secretly stare at it. Keep your head down. I ain't no pussy. After the lion beast has left, you apologize to the hunter. It was thanks to him the beast did not notice you.
Going by these clothes, you're a Septimont gladiator, eh? Heh, I used to be just like you. Lost a big match, got tossed out by the nobles, and ended up like this. We're nothing but their playthings.
The skills honed for battle are now merely tools for survival. Septimont has abandoned the strength it desperately needs. You pity such reality. Ask the hunter about the lion beast. Ask the hunter what you should do. I feel like asking for advice and not like figuring it out ourselves is like an L. Yeah. Only a madman would go after that lion. I know what I'm doing. Yeah, I do. I'm intelligent. Don't worry. His words are rough, but he eventually tells you everything he knows. I gotta reach 50. Okay, I'll need 50 of that. You bid the hunter farewell and make preparations for the hunt. To gain more knowledge of your prey, you choose to silently observe the lion beast in the following days. After a few days, you manage to grasp an overall behavior pattern of the lion beast. Thus, you march towards the deep cave. Enter the cave. Deep within the cave's dark embrace, you tread softly. Then a sudden dread freezes your steps. Between the flickering torch flames, a monstrous shape appears. The lion beast. Fire from the nether dances amid its golden mane, while claws-like sides tear wounds in the earth. Ooh, that's some flowery language right there. Shit. Draw your sword and strike the lion beast. Maintain distance and swing your sword. I feel like I just die if I do this. There we go. As expected, your sword fails you. It's ineffective against the lion. Before you can take a breath, the lion's thunderous roar storms you again. You decide to quickly analyze, dodge its attack, and search for a weak point. Gotta be smart. Just before the lion pounces at you, you slash with all of your strength at the stalactite above. It crashes down into the lion's gaping jaws. It still has the fight. You land on its neck. It lunges to seize you, but your swift dodges. Damn. She got them perfect dodges. Force its claws into a deadly knot around its throat. Seeing your chance, you give a final pull, and the beast strangles itself in a frantic struggle. Finally, the trial has ended, and you drag your exhausted body towards the stream. Clear water cascades down into the mountain valley, and the dense forest slumbers quietly in nature's cradle. Ooh. They got like a fucking doctor over here. Like they got like a fucking professional writer getting in on this. Damn. You rinse your blood-stained hands in the water. The clear stream slowly turns red. The birds scatter and the fish vanish. You sense the forest's unease at your presence. The critter's panic plunges you into reflection. For the first time, you realize that power can instill fear. You desire more power. You are still somewhat shaken. Don't be a pussy. Come on. With no time to rest, you approach the nobleman again. He imposes the second trial upon you. What is it this time? Killing a mad beast is hardly an achievement. I'm sure you're aware. I'm sure you're aware, girl, that all warriors of Septimont have 2 lives. 2 lives. Yeah, he mentioned this before. Cato mentioned that. One by their parents and the other by their sword. You may consider a sword in a gladiator's hand as their life in the arena. For your second trial, bring me 100 lives. Yes, prove to me you are worthy of standing in the arena. Turn with disgust as you wave to accept. Calmly accept. Damn, I don't know. I feel like this might actually be the right move. I feel like turning with disgust might actually be the right move, but I'm kind of scared it's going to make this stuff go down. Let's be calm. Okay, that seemed like the right one. To get the admission pass for the Agon, you start the second trial. Day after day, you fight gladiators of Septimont, and as your reputation grows, so do spectators. They don't care who you are, but only want to see when you will fall.
Look, it's that girl again. Didn't think she would get as many wins as she did. Just look at the size of her. How will she even carry all of those swords?
I guess it makes sense what Augusta's weapon is now. She took the 100 lives. She took the 100 lives of those Septimontians and turned them into a blade. Focus on the opponent before you. Ignore your comments. Yeah, we gotta focus up. Come on. You have grown used to this kind of noise. The deafening cheers numb your fatigue. All right, we're at the 50. Your sword now rests against your opponent's throat. Suppress your desire to kill. Spare the opponent and wait for the next challenger. Augusta is the person that made it so that you don't die in the Agon anymore. So she would just spare the opponent. One by one, the gladiators you challenged grow in numbers, and those you defeated kneel before you, offering their swords, symbolizing their honor with both hands. Raise the opponent's sword, steadily plant the opponent's sword into the ground. I think we gotta put it in the ground. There we go. Even in Septimont, there's a limit to opponents that prove a challenge to you. Eventually, you will need to seek out tougher challengers. You have targeted Victor, a frequent champion of the Agon from one of the noble houses. Yeah, that guy's a bit of a bitch in Arcane. Fucking hate that guy. Machine freak. Do you have any idea who Victor's father is? His lordship is the largest sponsor of the Agon. Oh, that's not good. He's fucking pay to win. Power, wealth. Power and wealth. Those aren't things brute strength can rival. Victor has the better mentor, the finest weapon. He literally is pay to win. The house behind Victor comes to you with an offer. A perfect job and a substantial fortune if you walk away from the duel. Wait! Fuck, I accidentally clicked that one. Ah, shit. Ah, shit. Oh, no. Ah, fuck. Okay. I think this is the thing. I think that this is the thing when it comes to this quest. I like the storytelling. I like what's going on over here, but they need to have like checkpoints in the middle of these because they're kind of long. They're kind of fucking long, and I'm not gonna lie, I like misclicked because there's only 2 options, right? And it's like I only have to move my mouse like, guys, I gotta move my mouse this much to select something. It's literally like 2 millimeters. It's literally like 2 millimeters, right? I move it 2 millimeters and I can select, and it's just like, okay, bro, I'm not trying to start from the fucking beginning, man. All right, let's speedrun this again, then. Let's speedrun this again. Use A and D. That doesn't work. Oh, dearie me. All right. Ask the hunter about the lion beast. Ask the hunter what you should do. I know what I'm doing. All right. Yeah, high sensitivity. Lower your APM for this one, boys. Lower your fucking APM. You will make a mistake like me. You will fuck up. You desire more power. Yeah, I do. Hell yeah. Okay, we got to get back to the fight. Calmly accept. That's what was a W last time. Okay. Ignore their... yeah, we got to focus. We got to focus up. Spare the opponent. Steadily planted. All right. All right, we're back to Victor. Honestly, maybe reading it is what takes so long. Because we're kind of already back. Yeah, we got to rip that contract. Yeah, bitch. Respond calmly. Say nothing. Avoid any altercations.
You ignorant country peasant! Do you know what it means to refuse a noble? Humph! Then you shall suffer for your arrogance. When the time comes, don't expect any pity, as you won't be getting any.
I, the scion, besides the servant, ignore the servant. I feel like ignoring him is aura. Yeah, bitch boy. The scion silences the rambling servant and tears up the contract. Let's go. There's no point in talking sense into such an ignorant fool. Then again, I'd appreciate if you don't waste too much of my time in the arena. They throw a bag of credits as a way to humiliate you, following it up with sarcasm and mocking gestures. They attempt to overwhelm you with their pride. You feel nothing. Yeah, gotta be emotionless, gotta be stoic. The day arrives. Victor accepts your challenge with his honor of nobility as the stake. You remember well the haughty look he wore but a few days prior. But the nobles wield only words, not swords. Victor knows nothing about swordsmanship. You easily defeat the weak, incompetent scion and casually lift his pretty helmet with the tip of your sword. Approach the noble seats. Stare at the watching nobles. Oh, we gotta approach. Oh, there we go. I have won, and I achieved it without wasting your time. Do you see your gilded lies shatter before real strength? Step on Victor's helmet. Oh yeah, you gotta do that, buddy. You gotta do that. The crowd erupts in cheers and applause. The nobles, unable to deny your triumph, lower their heads. You return to your lodging to count your trophies. 99 swords, 99 opponents defeated. Now, there's only one life left to claim. Most gladiators have long feared your reputation and dare not challenge you, except for one. Who is it? Aridel, the rising star of the underground arena. Unlike you, he was born with a powerful forte. Wait, has Augusta been doing all of this without a resonance awakening? Wait, she is the best gladiator in Septimont without having a resonance ability. So she unlocks it after this. I didn't know that. She basically unlocks the full power of it here. She does, but it's just weak. Okay. It's so weak that it's unusable. Okay. Talents no longer matter to me. A sword tempered by countless battles is no less sharp. I mean, that has to help, right? Both those sound good. Amidst the endless chanting of the name Aridel, you arrive as promised. As always, the spectators crowd the arena. Even the old school noble is present this time. Your opponent's towering physique dwarfs yours, and his crushing presence brings to mind the fearsome lion beast. Are we gonna make him choke himself too? After several exchanges, you notice something unusual. The floor is too slippery to gain a foothold, and Aridel's armor is unusually heavy. You are all too familiar with the noble's despicable tricks. Get angry, keep calm. You gotta keep calm. Carry on. You then shift your pace. You luring Aridel into the very trap meant for you. After a few more rounds, his steps grow loose, his reactions sluggish. Seize the opportunity. Your sword stops just before the neck of Septimont's strongest gladiator. The entire arena falls silent, and almost immediately, the crowd erupts into applause. She cooked him. Stab, stab, stab? Is that so? What? Huh? Kill, kill, kill? Wait, I'm failing! Victory is already mine. Let's leave it. I think you have to lose it here. You have to lose that shit here. Let's leave it here. Victory is already mine. I feel like this is gonna make my strength go down even more. In front of everyone's watchful eye, you only take Aridel's sword. You then bow towards the audience before turning to leave. You feel a sense of relief. Live, live, live. Leave the cheers behind you. Okay, we're back. We're back, boys. We're back, boys. The next day, you arrive before the old school nobles with 100 lives. Aridel is merely made of Septimontian flesh. Above him stands a far greater force. Power beyond any Septimontian. I'm ready for the third trial. Fuck it, I'm ready. Your third trial is to earn the blessing of Arsinosa. This is an impossible feat. He never planned to let me pass the trial. I know Arsinosa. It has never tasted defeat. Like the... Okay. Okay. Guys. This is... We all... Okay. There's no way we're using this line, right? There's no way we're using this line right from fucking Elden Ring. People say it's a peak no humans can ever reach. The last wall of Septimont. But I have no reason to yield. Okay. It is this insurmountable challenge that stirs the thirst for victory in your blood. You accept the third trial to confront the guardian of Septimont, Arsinosa. I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of like... Guys, I think this is kind of neat. Because it's this instead of like a book. Because lore like this for a character, you would find it out by reading a fucking book. Straight up. On the eve of the trial, you return to the training grounds once again. While you wait for Cato, you find yourself standing before the familiar wooden post. It has been your most enduring companion in your pursuit of true strength. Cut it down and leave the past behind. Yeah, I gotta leave the past behind. Well, not particularly an easy path, is it? Tell me, what did you learn from this path? Strength can instill fear. Yeah, strength brings conquest. Okay, we gotta reach 100 martialism and 100 reputation. Strength brings conquest, such is humanity's oldest rule. Augusta, I'll be there for your last trial, and I will call your name for all to hear. Yep, a simple thank you works. Back in your room, you stare blankly at your stacked collection of swords. These trophies symbolize strength and conquest, but how will you show them to the world? You once heard the tale of a legendary gladiator, a warrior who would always fuse their opponent's swords with their own after victory. Now you decide to tread the same path and stand before the smithy. You wish to demonstrate your strength, yet now you still seek to do this with power, not of your own. Watching the blacksmith's hammer rise and fall, and seemingly impractical idea emerges. In the end, you use your forte to fuse all the swords into one. It was just that easy. Feel the power. Your forte never stands out among resonators, but its seemingly insignificant power is enough to be stronger than the forge fire and hammer swings. So she has, like, control over metal? Is that what it's supposed to be? Like, control over metal. The day of the final trial has finally arrived. You walk to the arena center with your newly forged sword. The bronze horns blare from atop the 12 stone pillars. All eyes are on you. Everyone is eager to witness how a human will rival the strength of Arsinosa. I guess that makes sense why she's Electro. Her forte power is magnetism, then. So, magnetism and Electro, it kind of makes sense. Okay, that's fair. And once again, nobody would have ever found that shit out. You would have seen that shit in a book that you wouldn't have read. Take a deep breath, survey your surroundings. Suddenly, a rumbling roar cut through the noise of the crowd. The nobles' banners flutter and fall. A colossal shadow swallows the sunlight around you. Arsinosa appears. There's a slight ringing. Her mountainous size catches your eye. It's awake! A noble shrieked. Arsinosa stands silently opposite of you. Slowly, its eyes open, coldly watching you. And this is the thing. I don't know why Arsinosa don't have a gender when Arsinosa got a rack. What do you mean it? That it's got a breastplate. Rest your sword on your hilt. Focus and stay alert. with a sudden sweep of her tail. Okay, now it's going to her. The lioness shatters the stone pillar. You roll aside, barely dodging the flying debris. A chill seeps through the tear in the cloth of your left shoulder. Take the initiative. Take up a defensive stance. Yeah, there we go. Hey, okay, my HP is going down. That's not good. The screams from the stands are soon drowned by the lioness's roar. A wave of sound and dust rips past your ears. You can taste blood on your lips and tongue. Quickly patch yourself up. Ignore the pain. Yeah. Yeah. Her second attack comes without warning. You barely have time to react before your sword rises to meet her descending paws. Recall your encounters. This strike shall be my all. Yeah, surely. Ha! Ha! Arsinosa ceases her attack, her mane brushing against your bloodstained face before she lowers her head. The arena shakes with applause. You hear the crowd chant your name in honor. Oh. Oh, okay, I guess it's just that easy. Oh, okay, I guess it's just that easy. Alright, never mind, we're good. Oh, I guess that was just that easy too. Okay. When the cries of triumph resonate with the earth, we see the fire of humanity blaze across Septimont. Wave after wave of applause. The Septimontians salute me as I advance. O sun and moon, witness this extraordinary feat. Witness her epic dedication to Septimont. As the platform rises, you realize that by earning Arsinosa's blessing, you have been granted a privilege. They are all bowing to me. You are crowned the champion without the great Agon. Nevertheless, you have already conquered countless gladiators with your strength. Under everyone's gaze, glory now bows at your feet. Raise your sword, silence the crowd. The fuck? This is what she looked like when that happened? Brother, she looks like a fucking 16-year-old. What the hell? Wait, this was the one that was cooking everybody else? She was cooking everybody else looking like this. Huh? Alright. At last, you stand atop the summit, the champion. Only now, with battle fire cooled in your veins, do your wounds raise their voices in protest. You have shattered the decaying order with strength, and through strength you shall reshape new rules. You shall wield gladiators' valor on the righteous path. You shall allow no more fragile lives to tremble before death. You shall ensure that within your homeland's tragedy will forever be undone. Yet, should these new rules, forged by might, lose their foundation, will they not fall? A cold whisper of unease coils in your chest. Well then, no time for pointless pondering now. From this day forward, your sword, your honor, your 2 lives shall serve Septimont. And I guess that's it. Epic of the Blazing Sun, Chapter 4. The spectators cheer you on, and the story concludes with a happy ending. Yeah, totally got it first try. Yeah, didn't fail a single time, boys. Didn't fail a single time.
Merely the rough shape of a short epic. This is all I can offer about the effort.
That was a nice little lore breakdown. That was kind of neat. I like that.
Now, as a listener, what do you make of my narration?
It was alright. It was really my narration. I enjoyed it. I still don't know the effort enough. Yeah, I still don't know, I feel like we're still missing a sizable gap of time. Damn, this rate...
This, you are right.
Guys, thematically, what reason was there for Kuro to add rain to this other than to show off how good the rain looks? It literally served no purpose in the quest at all other than just like aura farming on how good the graphics look.
Poetry can only offer a glimpse of the true story. The reality of people events and things slips beyond the grasp of words.
Like, brother, it's reflecting off the chair next to Rover's shoulder. There was no reason for rain in this quest other than to just flex like this.
I do not belong in the pages of the epic, so I remain confined to the observer's gaze. I can imagine events and emotions unfold, but I cannot truly recreate them. Here's some advice for you, though I hesitate to call it such. If you want the truth of a story, step into it. Become part of it. The opportunity stands before you now. As I've said, the tale between you and Augusta, the hero of Septimont, is only now turning its next page.
You seem to know exactly what I'm about to do.
It's not difficult to see. Fate flows like the stars, tracing their course. Your destination is written in the steps you take.
Is it?
The rain is passing. I hear it ceasing its symphony upon the earth. It is time for farewells.
If we don't see this guy again, let's just say I'll be confused.
Before I leave, may I ask you one last question? What is it that has lifted Augusta to the seat of power? What is it that makes a ruler?
Well, I'd say
He's pregnant.
Let's be real. There's no way Augusta could have passed those trials without strength.
Wait, y'all saw Abby for a second, right? Bro was rotund. Bro was gigantic. Like, y'all saw that gut, right? That was crazy.
Rover, what do you think?
It was strength and conquest. It was her unyielding resolve. It was born from hardship of the past. I mean, it was kind of all three, but I would say resolve was the main one.
You needn't rush to answer now. Keep it in mind as you continue your journey. When the final chapter is written, the answer will reveal itself.
Well, I feel like this is how you know 2.6 is going to be an absolute banger of a story quest. It's going to have to be fucking wild. If this is how much prep they're doing for it, where they want you to know Augusta's entire backstory.
And by chance. Soon, after this brief encounter, everything about me will be gone with the wind. But you, your epic continues.
He's gonna disappear after this thing is resolved? Is his hair color being similar to Augusta? Is that supposed to mean something? Because his hair color is the same. Huh? Huh? The previous day?
Your Excellency, you have indulged her too much.
They're talking about Ayuno, right?
As the priestess, Yuno is far too unruly in both action and word. It's a disgrace to her title.
Indeed. She entered the palace unannounced, uninvited, and with no decorum. A blatant affront to the authority of the palace.
Same as always. Senators, all she crossed was a doorway. One too insignificant to carry the weight of our authority, or defend anyone's fragile pride. Let us not forget, it is not the walls of Capitolini Hill that command fear. It is my will, my sword, and our relentless conquest.
She just told him to fuck off.
I know your fear. You fear a priestess's voice drowning yours, and a rebel challenging the Senate's rules.
Yeah, she hates the
But
nobles.
listen well. Power does not bow to sycophants, cowering behind their traditions. If you seek power, then step from the shadows. Face me, and prove yourself worthy.
Is Augusta, like, legally allowed to just clean up everybody if she wanted to, but she's just deciding not to kill them all? I feel like she's able to, right? She could, like, low-key do whatever she wants. Oh, here we go.
Took you long enough, Augusta.
Handling the senators takes time. You know that.
Nice camera angles, Kuro Games.
Well, to keep our esteemed priestess from waiting, maybe next time I'll just leave them to their own devices. I'll make sure they record every detail of your feat and relay it word for word to Grandmother Lilibet.
Okay, this has to be intentional. There's no way they are talking about recording Yuno's feet. Brother, that is okay. This writing is like so fucking on the nose because like 1,000,000% that's intended. That is intended. That's intentional. These fucking guys, bro.
Priestess Iuno. Unruly behavior left Tetragon Temple without permission and trespassed into the Ephor's palace. I wonder, who will lose it first? Lilibet or you?
Let those old foxes report me all they want. If they step into the tetragon left foot first, I'll shoot the left. Right foot first, I'll shoot the right.
I'm not gonna lie. Something about Yuno's Ian voice, she seems too proper. Yuno's Ian voice seems a little bit too proper. Like, I kind of wanted her to have, like, more attitude when she's talking. Like, it's like a little bit too British and too British and classy.
Hey, I'm with you on that one. The Senate should be reminded now and then that the Tetragon's kindness is not a reason to take Priestess Yuno lightly.
Yeah, she's a little posh.
Why didn't you wait there? I had everything handled. We depart for the hunting ground tonight. If anything changed, you could have reached me by my terminal. You didn't need to come all the way here. I want you free of duty until that day arrives.
You're overthinking it, Augusta. I'm here to see that person. Grandmother Lilibet said his fate is one of unknowable void. Sounds intriguing enough to make time for.
So that's it? Too bad. The ship from Laguna won't dock until tomorrow morning, and we'll be gone by then.
On the hunt.
Ugh, what a hassle.
Patience, you know. The warrior has accepted the invitation. So, you'll have plenty of time to meet during the hunt.
The hunt. The hunt.
Is there something else you want to say?
I read Grandma Lilibet's Book of Prophecies. The hunt and our plan, neither end well. Are you sure we should go through with this?
The amount of, like, foreshadowing and the fact that I don't know what's going on.
Me. Peril simply requires greater strength. But really, when did you start caring about the temple's traditions?
O ye faithless of Septimont, the divinity is enraged. Should your ruler defy their will again, doom shall be your fate. Lately, I've been hearing murmurs from the nobles again, about the ancient prophecy from Raguna.
I will admit, those words once carried weight.
Okay.
But when our ancestors crossed the waters and climbed these hills, Raguna's divinity didn't get a seat on the ship. And the priestesses all said the prophecy was incomplete. Only the hero of heroes, wielding extraordinary power, risen from the dark tides, shall bring eternity to Septimont. Then shall the waters quiet, the tempest still, and glory return with the blood of the old king. Do not forget, this is the other half of the prophecy. Fabius, Attilius, Valeria, one after another, these heroes have saved Septimont from the brink of ruin. As long as a hero stands, no disaster can break this eternal city.
Okay, I think that the hero that they're talking about probably has to be like Rover, right? Like they're implying that it's Rover.
What if this time is different? What if ruin is our fate?
Then I will sever that fate with my blade.
But yeah, they got themselves like a little prophecy that the city is without a doubt completely fucked. That's I guess that's the main takeaway, is that there's a prophecy that Septimont is screwed.
What's so amusing?
So, the fearless priestess Iuno can be frightened after all. But it's fine. If you're afraid, don't push yourself. I can handle this alone.
What is the how did these two like meet up, right? I'm curious about that. Like, how do they meet up? What do they do?
Most
it's like
revered priestess. Wait for me.
we didn't get any of that lore.
I shall return victorious.
Frightened. Me? If anything, it's you, trying to shut me out and face it alone. Fine. Go ahead. You'll come back to me sooner or later.
That I can't deny.
I knew it. So you do need me for this hunt.
That's fucking Avenolium, boys. they just got like a full-on view of Avenolium from here. What the hell?
Thank you. You know.
That's where Cartithia is, by the way. She's up there, guys. Hey, Cartithia's in this dialogue too. She's just a little far away.
Why are you saying this?
The storm is coming.
Okay, what's going on? What's going on up here? Like, that's crazy.
Come. You know, my friend. The best way to greet a storm is to walk straight into it.
It seems like they are kind of looking right at Avenolium as they're saying that. I'm pretty sure Avenolium being in the background of that dialogue is intentional. Because this is the thing. I'm not sure if Augusta and Yuno have met Cartithia. I'm not sure if Augusta and Yuno have met Cartithia at all. Because she was in a Sonaro this entire time, right? During 2.4. She was in a Sonaro. And so, yeah, the storm they might be talking about is her. Oh, guys, okay, this is just my crackpot theory, but I need to pull something up. This is what I think is actually gonna happen. Y'all remember the To The Finale trailer, right? One thing that you notice in this trailer at the very start, I talked about it during my react, right? One thing that I talked about during this trailer is the fact that, A, this is the only time you see Cartithia during this trailer. It's here, and she always seems to be, like, passing something off to Rover, right? You don't see Cartithia ever again, and then, like, everybody's, like, getting ready to fight. And so the fact that they showed Avenolium where Cartithia is, and they're saying the storm is approaching, I think it's actually Cartithia that is the main villain here. No lie. I think Cartithia is like, she actually gets corrupted by the Thermodian in the final arc, and then becomes like the main enemy. And then we have to go like deal with her. That's what I think. She's at the Black Shores? Okay, so anyone saying that she's at the Black Shores literally did not play version 2.5. I hope you understand that. If you're still saying Cartithia's at the Black Shores, you literally did not... You skipped 2.5. Because literally 2.5 tells you that Cartithia is back in Avenolium. And they intentionally put Avenolium in the background of that dialogue that we just saw in game. The storm is approaching. And we don't see Cartithia fighting alongside anybody else in the cutscene. We only see her at the start and then never again. We don't see her ever again. And so I think she's the storm. I think she's approaching. And I think she's the one that actually causes everything to go down. That's probably what's going to occur. Pretty sure Carti is still at the Black Shores. Okay, you know what? Okay, how about this? I'm not going to debate with people that are straight up wrong. I'm not going to debate with people that didn't play the most recent story quest and then is trying to talk about the story. Because you guys are retarded. How about you just play the fucking story and not try to fucking theory craft about the story when you haven't even fucking played it? Can you recap how Cartithia is in Avenolium, please? How about you just fucking play the 2.5 story? Like, straight up. Like, the fact that there are people still saying she's at the Black Shores is hilarious. Like, just... Go get an IQ check, guys. Like, I am not here to teach a bunch of fucking babies some fucking elementary. Like, I'm not here to like guide a bunch of Genozods through the story. Okay, that's a 7 out of 10 recollection of 2.5. If you're saying that Cartithia is still at the Black Shores, holy moly! Like, stop skipping dialogues, or maybe I don't know. Fucking pay attention. Jesus Christ. To be fair, there was one line for that. If you could play the 2.4 after story to find out that Cartithia went to the Black Shores, then surely you can just play the 2.5 quest and find out that she's not there anymore. If you were able to play the after story to find out where she went, maybe you could just play the quest to find out where she is now. We're literally almost done with the patch, and you guys are still debating what was in day 1 of it. What do you think about the foreshadowing whispers from Augusta? I'm saying that's literally the Thermodian's whispers. That's literally the Thermodian's whispers. Avenolium's in the background because that's where Cartithia is. Augusta's getting whispers from the Thermodian. Cartithia's in Avenolium. It's kind of clear what's going on, boys. Aside from all of, like, the theory stuff, sorry for getting sidetracked with a bunch of, like, dumb chatters. It is what it is. My overall takeaway from, like, this story quest of this event is that it was pretty solid. I think some could say that the gameplay would get a little bit old to them, but if you're not reading every single dialogue and you're, like, actually skipping, or you're retrying after you failed, it does go by relatively fast. And I think it is a pretty decent story. And that cutscene at the end, right? Or that dialogue at the end where we're going through, we're chatting, we're seeing the chat between Yuno and Augusta, getting even more foreshadowing for what's coming in the future. I think that 2.5 is very clearly, right, a massive setup for a bomb that's going to go off in 2.6. And once again, my prediction is going to be Cartithia is going to end up playing the role of villain in some way. Avenolium is going to be involved in that hunt. And, yeah, we might be going back and seeing a lot more of our previous characters getting woven into this finale. And I would rate this, I mean, obviously, it's a different type of storytelling. I would rate, like, the overall quality of the story as, like, probably, like, a 7 to 8. Gameplay-wise, I think also probably, like, a 7 to 8. It's, like, it was, like, pretty, like, okay stuff. Not really voiced in a lot of ways, but it was well-written. The dialogue for this was, like, well-written. So I can, like, legitimately say this part was probably, like, a 7.5 out of 10. It's just, it doesn't have, like, the flair that would, like, elevate typical Wu-Wah stories to another level. But, like, the actual, like, just the baseline story of it, it was like, it was a pretty nice payoff for about an hour of story. Like, right, this wasn't, like, 5 hours, like 2.5 or anything like that. Let me know what you all think. Peace.